What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about a couple different things, one of which is a huge catalyst being added to the Nasdaq 100 and how that's going to affect Lucid. Also, I do want to talk on shorts and the speculation behind that, and if the news that just came out will affect Lucid. Before I get into any of that though, all I ask, smash the thumbs up, hit it, whatever you want to do. It definitely helps my channel significantly. For those that are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto, I do it all, so definitely subscribe. Also, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Greatly appreciate that. I also do weekly live streams for members only, so again, even more of an incentive to sign up. So with all that said, let's get right into it. So I do want to start off with the good news first. So it was added. So you can see annual changes to the Nasdaq 100. It did add 6 different companies, of which Lucid was on there. And ultimately, it's purely based on market cap. So in reality, we all know Lucid has ran up significantly. So its market cap is equivalent. And as you can see, the market cap as of right now, close of Friday, was 62 billion. And how this will affect Lucid is in reality, it will add a lot more liquidity. A lot more ETFs, regardless if they want to or not, are going to have to buy Lucid stock, because if they are tracking the Nasdaq 100, they need Lucid. So again, from an investor standpoint, it's good. It adds a little bit more liquidity at the end of the day. But needless to say, that is a huge accomplishment for Lucid. It just started out, and in reality, they've already accomplished so much. With that, I do want to talk on the news that just came out. And it is this: hedge funds face expansive short selling probe exciting critics. And at the end of the day, they are trying to find out this. So the probe is run by the department's fraud section with federal prosecutors in Los Angeles, which is digging into the symbolic relationship between funds and researchers, hunting for signs that they improperly coordinated trades or broke other laws to profit, according to people familiar with the matter. It goes on to say a little bit more, but ultimately that summarizes it. So one thing that stands out to me, so I'm just going to show you what the short interest right now is for Lucid. So as of right now, as of Friday, it's 13.43, so did increase 32% on a weekly basis. Utilization 9105. Day by day change though, it did increase by 12.26%, which works out to be 10 million shares. It's not that heavily shorted at the end of the day. It has increased significantly though on a couple week basis. So with that, I want to kind of piece it all together. So there is an analyst by the name of Adam Jonas. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. During when Lucid was at its lows, I believe it was around 18, 17, somewhere around there, he initiated a sell coverage and put the price target as $12. So that comes to mind because ultimately Morgan Stanley is a very big institution out there. Most likely, obviously given the circumstances right now, we don't know it, but there is a good chance that they did short Lucid. And given it was roughly about 17 at the time, and even if they put the price target for 12, they're not to profit that much from the sale. They would have actually made a lot more if they just went long on it. But again, it's one of those things that it does go to show, and it makes you question, right? So was Morgan Stanley possibly improperly coordinating trades, or possibly having a analyst put a downgrade and put a price target as $12 to possibly benefit by breaking the law? And when this actually did come out, even in my video, definitely take a look at that. I even said somehow Morgan Stanley must be shorting. They must be doing something to benefit, because at that stage when Lucid was around like $16, $17, honestly, the risk versus reward, it was absolutely a no-brainer. Like, it was not going to go down to 12 or below 10 or anything like that. Nothing. There was so much upside potential, especially when they were actually going to deliver vehicles. It is crazy. So this is where I beg the question, is this actually going to affect Lucid, and whether shorts actually are going to be starting to close out the position? Because again, right now short interest is 13.43. A lot of which, I know this is starting to go a little bit more speculative and things like that, but of the 13.43% that is shorting Lucid, do you think some way or another they've either tried to profit from either a downgrade, or there's been a fair share of bearish articles? And that's one really good thing about AMC and their investors. They do a lot of good due diligence. Especially, I did a lot of videos on AMC back in the day, and they pieced together everything. They'd figure out who's shorting AMC, piece it together with actually who owns the institutions that are doing the articles, such as the Motley Fool. A lot of people seem to have hated Motley Fool because I believe in one way or another it went back to a huge institution that owns the Motley Fool, which ultimately shorted AMC. Again, this is going a little bit more speculative than what I like to say, but ultimately it is one of those things that you need to address. After I've said all this, Jim Cramer, all of this started because of Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer just came out and said EV is a bubble. But notice he didn't mention anything about Tesla. He just said Rivian and Lucid was a bubble. that hands down, if you can pinpoint everything on the actual chart, this is when this happened. He caused this. He caused that massive sell-off because he opened his mouth for no reason, no justification whatsoever. He caused a sell-off, caused doubt, caused fear out in the market. I'm just saying this out there, getting you guys' minds thinking. And at the end of the day, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. It is definitely very good, but do you think anything will come of it, especially in Lucid's case as well? And also, if you haven't already, smash a thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. Again, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. With all that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.